I have a bone to pick with everyone. Yes, including you watching this. How dare you have a different opinion from me? It's 2023. We are supposed to be a collective hive mind. Now strap in for my hypocrisy as I'm about to disagree with everything on screen. Hey there besties, babes, and non-binary faves. My name is TBC and welcome to my corner of insanity. And you saw the title, it probably got me like 500 extra hate clicks. Welcome, subscribe. I heard the button glows now if you say that. I'm curious to see if that's true. But in today's video, I am going to regale with you my absolute hatred for the current state of Disney. I got inspired, I was watching the Act Man talk about Starfield and the SSS Sniper Wolf and Jack's film Dachshund situation. You know what? I said I also have things I can be angry about. So this tweet came into my radar. This tweet came into my radar like a couple days ago and I had it bookmarked, and now I finally have time to talk about it. So it says Disney has recently changed its princess archetype. Rather than a princess with her head in the clouds, the protagonists of movies like Encanto and Moana are a little quirky, clumsy, socially awkward, and unsure of themselves for most of the film. And I had some thoughts. I can't remember if I said something profound or I screamed into the void. Wait 1 second, let me find it.
2 seconds later.
Yep, I was screaming into the void. Can we please get a Mulan or Tiana type princess again? Please. Hell, give me an optimist like Rapunzel. I'm so sick and tired of cute but quirky TM animated women. Can we get someone competent or bad at? Oh, both. I want to see struggle, varied emotions, a personality. I don't know why I said personality, but I'm reading and I'm not making mistakes. Can we applaud that? And at this point, this video is just me reading tweets, which is like the archetype of YouTube. But apparently this is a hot take for some people, because a lot of people came out like attacking this article saying that, oh no, this is just manufactured outrage, this is all just bullshit, and I have very strong emotions when it comes to the current state of Disney princesses. And before we even get further into it and somebody wants to come attack me, I am black, I'm a Muslim, I was born a woman at birth, unfortunately, and I was born in 1995. Also, none of these criteria should make me an authority on this situation. I'm just speaking from my own perspective, and just because I fall into one category or the other shouldn't make people try and say, oh, I have a point, oh, I do not. Shut up. Depending on where you come from, some people can think I'm a woke liberal snowflake and others can think I'm, what's the conservative angle? Fascist? Literally Hitler? Whatever. Disney's new animated movie continues controversial heroine trait. Well, there goes that streak. Heroine trait that started 13 years ago. Oh yeah, that's what pissed people off. People didn't read this, people read this. And ugh. Raya was the best princess. I love this direction. Oh god, the copium. I need drugs that strong. That's a funny way for a journalist to say they don't like media with female. I'm not even gonna finish that sentence. Fuck off. Disney princesses have always had personality. I agree. These new ones only stand out to you because they are the feminine eras of their time. No, I highly disagree that Anna is the feminine. Wait, does Mirabelle count as a Disney princess? I really need an answer on that. Oh my god. And what is the problem with that? Do you have a damsel? Do you want a damsel in distress like most princesses? I can't read today. Like most princess films, male hero films were like that. Look at Hercules. Even with his strength, he was unsure of himself. Treasure Planet, Atlantis, hell, even Chicken Little and Meet the Robinsons male lead. This was a whole lot of make no fucking amount of sense. What? We are talking, let's put this into perspective. The trait of Disney right now, it all started with Rapunzel. I think I even made this argument somewhere in my post. It all started with Rapunzel, where somebody, yeah, this was it. Why think of something new when I can just reiterate my points? Rapunzel falls into that category as well, because I was trying to argue that, oh, this all started with Rapunzel and Disney just drove this trait straight off a cliff. Rapunzel was the first. and then Disney draws the trope off a clip. Just repeating myself. The thing with Rap is that she's literally been held captive her whole life. She's sheltered in... Why can't I speak today? Sheltered is an understatement, so her naivete makes sense. But even with that, she's still not dumb and kicks all the ass when needed. It's the fact that as soon as we got Elsa, and that became popular because Rapunzel was really popular when it first came out, and then Frozen came out and it became really popular, and then Disney said, okay, maybe we need more Disney princesses like this. Enough of this personality or go-getter attitude. Let's just make her derpy. Let's make her Ariel but worse, you know. At least with Ariel, did Ariel do anything in her movie? Ariel didn't really do much, but she did sign the contract, and she did try to seduce a man, so that's something. What did Anna do in hers? She walked in snow, died, and that's it. That's literally what Anna did in her movie. Raya was done several different layers of dirty. It's not even comprehensible what they did to her. Raya being unappreciated and ignored always hurts my Southeast Asian heart. She could have been the blueprint, and the fact that she failed, the movie didn't become a box office success, made it so much worse that Disney's like, oh, we are never doing this again. Because Raya, they tried to go for a Mulan, Mulan Tiana type of vibe, but even though people like to say, oh, she's also cute and quirky, but she was as a child, then real life happened. And the story just... the story did her no favor whatsoever. That aside, the argument is, why is current Disney princesses like this? We should have gone back to the past. But people are saying, no, these are representations of women of our time. And I highly, highly disagree. I don't agree with the fact that, oh, women nowadays, we are all cute but quirky, but heaven forbid we have agency. Hey, wait a minute, media moviegoer. It's the same guy. All these new princesses have unique traits and characteristics that make them stand out. Most of them are sweet and quirky, but they all likable and engaging in their own way. Tiana wasn't sweet and quirky. Mulan wasn't sweet and quirky. Mulan was neurodivergent, let's say that. Am I even making sense? I feel like I'm making points that don't even... I feel like I'm speaking sense, but at the same time I'm speaking nonsense. They're not supposed to be written as perfect at what they do. That's the whole thing. Because if they are, then they'd be seen as one-dimensional. Goes with any protagonist in any media. If you write them as literally perfect with no flaws, then they're boring. Even Snow White, who we could argue was the genesis of all our problems, you couldn't say she was one-dimensional. She cooked, she cleaned, she was the daughter of a king who the queen wanted to kill, and that's it. She was portrayed as quote-unquote flawless, but I feel like her point in the story was to be saved. And this thing of modern media where it's like, oh, women, we are strong, we can do whatever we want. It's like, you are writing women to be more man these days. And I'm not trying to say, oh, the role of women and the role of men. I'm not about to get into gender politics here. Oh, good God, no, I'm not nearly as educated enough to do that. But we're talking about Disney princesses that are supposed to promote an ideal, and the ideal for Disney princesses was, oh, the ball gowns, oh, the tiaras, oh, she went through horrible things and came out the other side, like that joke with Vanellope von Schweetz where all the princesses were telling her what they went through and she's like, are you okay? But current Disney princesses are like, you know what, you're still strong, you don't need any trauma or bullshit, you're a badass from start to finish. And it's like, what are you trying to tell girls? That just be stupid and quirky, don't learn or grow from your story, you'll turn out all right. And Moana doesn't even fit that mold, which is another argument that people like to throw in our faces. Moana is not cute and quirky. Moana is not that, but she's been lumped into this category and people are like, yeah, she is, she isn't. That's most movies. They have flaws, the issues. All these are just people that are just professionally offended. Which, you know, one could argue I am as well, but yeah. Cute, quirky, clumsy, socially awkward, and unsure of themselves. Describes most of the male protagonists of the 90s era. Aladdin, Simba, and Hercules, to know if you hello. Aladdin was a thief. Aladdin wasn't cute or quirky or Aladdin socially awkward. The whole start of the movie is how everybody and their grandmother knows this boy, how he flirts with them. What was even the phrase? Dun dun, riff raff, dun dun, take that. Like, na 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 na. Like, I can't remember the words, but shit is ingrained in my psychosis. Simba wasn't cute and quirky. He was a rebellious kid that grew up to be a beefcake. Hercules, I'll give you that. I'll give you that with Hercules. Hercules wasn't even socially awkward. He was like more isolated. He wanted to hang out with people and they just said no. Clumsy, he had superhuman strength and he just didn't know how to deal with it. If he didn't have that, he'd just be like every other twink in that town. And quirky, he was just the himbo to end all himbo. He was the original draft of Kronk. Who came first, Hercules or Kronk? I can't remember. I'm not willing to look it up. Oh, a fellow Nigerian. Let's see what you have to say. I blame all the not like other girls trope and lazy retcons towards the OG princesses of this era. Cinderella was resilient and kind despite her circumstances. Mulan's desire to make her family proud is still relevant, and now there's like Meg minus the confidence. Oh my god, take my like. I agree. I so agree. There's this other take that even though it was kind of on their side, I kind of agreed with it. Moana, you're welcome. Like I said, Moana is the, what's the thing you say? Is exception. She's the exception, not the rule. Moana was only awkward to Maui when she first met him. I don't even say awkward. She was kind of overconfident in a way. She played a big part in her community. Her only moment of true self-doubt was after the failed first attempt of restoring the heart of Te Fiti, and Maui bailed on her. Thank you. What is with this reliance on derpy girls? Even this new girl, I think her name is Asha or whatever. Side note, I have never been so uninterested in the release of a new Disney movie, a Disney princess movie in my entire life. Like, this sparks nothing in me. Oh my goodness. There was also, didn't we already balance that out with Elsa? And I was like, thank you. Elsa, if we're saying, oh, cute and quirky and derpy princesses, and then you want to say, oh, but what about Rapunzel and whatnot? And as I explained, Anna was sheltered in her castle and had no one to talk to and was desperate for love. Elsa goes without saying. Moana was sweet, fierce, and determined. Raya was tough. Mirabelle is clumsy, but she's not incompetent. I was gonna say agree to disagree, but my girl Mirabelle's gone through enough. And I said Anna had servants and her people to talk to, so she wasn't isolated just from her sister. Elsa was practically a recluse, but she doesn't have the ditzy airhead personality plaguing all other princesses. Moana has her moments. Raya is yikes. And does Mirabelle count? Still ditzy though, because Raya was just a botched execution from start to finish. And if that even is the case, why is Elsa an exception? Elsa isn't ditzy. And I feel like we're all kind of trying to say the same thing, whereas these people are trying to say, oh no, the current princesses are fine. And we're saying, no, there is an issue. We need to address it. They can all be different. Like, Anna and Rapunzel are different, but they're from the same mold, is what I'm saying. But Mulan and Tiana are two completely different entities. You can't even bake them from the same tray. Whereas Anna is a isolated girl who wants connection. Rapunzel, isolated girl who wants to see the lights. Raya, isolated woman who wants to correct her family's the mistake she made in her family, because her life, they were kind of in that heart kingdom thing and she wanted to know all the other kingdoms. Moana, kind of isolated as well. She wants to go out and explore. What's with all the princesses just being isolated and wanted to go out? Mirabelle, isolated from her own damn family because she didn't have a purpose. Who else is on the chopping block? Who else did he mention? Elsa, Moana, Raya. I feel like there's more. I can't think of any other princess. I'm pretty sure I'm forgetting somebody. Who am I forgetting? Frozen, Rapunzel, Frozen, Encanto, Raya. Yeah, that's everyone. Brave doesn't count. Even Brave, you can't... Well, she's not really isolated, but she wants to explore. Mulan isn't isolated. Ariel isn't isolated. Tiana isn't isolated. Cindy, you can argue she is, but she just wanted to go have a fun night. She didn't really want anything outside of just a night on the town. But current Disney princesses is like, oh my god, she's so isolated from the world. She wants to go out and do something. Whereas princesses before is like, oh, they want to make a change. What Moana wanted to go out into the water and then found out that, oh, we used to be explorers. And in result of her wanting to go out, she changed her circumstances. Frozen, they just became closer. They didn't really change anything for the better in their community. Well, they got closer and now they have a queen with cool ice powers, but she was gonna become queen anyway. It was in the second movie that change happened. Raya, oh boy, a lot of change happened, but by the end of the movie, basically nothing happened. Mirabelle, she did change the dynamic of her family, but no meaningful change happened within like the community. Am I misremembering something? Correct me if I'm wrong. I know there was trees parting. Oh yeah, the candle. I feel like the chickens are trying to yell something at me, but I can't for that let me figure it out. I'm sure I'm really missing the point of Encanto, and I'd appreciate anybody who could respectfully correct me in the comment section. But yeah, with Encanto, it's the new princess is now more let's fix ourselves than fix the community, which, you know what, self-care, that's good, but I'd like my princesses to make meaningful change in the world. Mulan saved a country, you know, she saved China. Cindy didn't really do anything, but she married the prince, and in the second movie she made things better by bringing the rich and the poor, but we're not counting second movies, so Cindy's own story was kind of selfish. Who else? Tiana also didn't change anything. She just married a prince. No. But the magic, she saved everyone. The voodoo man. So my argument at the end of the day is they're all wrong and I'm right, even though we're basically saying the same thing. We need better Disney princesses. But I guess they're saying that no, the princesses are fine. And we're like, no, they're okay, but they're not fine. There's some things happening and there needs to be a change. But I've rambled on long enough. I've wasted your time enough. And I have no idea what this video is about. It probably won't even see the light of day. But if you're still here, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I will be live streaming my reaction to Hell of a Boss, the new episode 7, Maman's fabulous misadventures of whatever, either later today or tomorrow. So again, subscribe, make sure you're part of the channel to see whenever that drops. Miraculous finale live reaction is coming very soon. I just have a big surprise I'm planning with it, and if you are looking for something else to watch, you can watch my last video where I screamed a lot. But yeah, that's enough from me, folks. Thanks, your viruses, so much for clicking to watch. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Shout out to all my Patreons scrolling across the screen and blocking me, or maybe I've already scrolled them, who knows. But yeah, thanks so much for clicking to watch. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all the things. And with that being said, this is TVC. Mwah. Signing out.